That was good. So welcome to Nuthin But Net. This is episode 8. It's a fresh take on an old spin. And I'm Adam, and I'm joined by Ross.
None other than the old Rastafarian Papa Ganges.
Papa Ganji.
Smoking the herbs. I am off my head on marijuana. I've had so many tokes. I've smoked 3 joints, which Adam's dealer, Ron Windberg, got us. And his address is 42 Weed Lane, Weed Street, Wiedenburg. And Adam likes to smoke the ganja.
Me and him, we get real high together. We get real goofy, and we both take a whole cigarette, and we fill it with marijuana. We take out all the tar, take out all the extra parts, and we fill it full of marijuana, and we smoke it to the bone.
I need to explain reality. Now enjoy tummies.
Now enjoy
That is what
tummies.
the internet stands for. No, I'm only kidding. I'm not actually high on marijuana. Adam does do that. I do not partake because I am a good boy. I was prefect.
And to be perfectly honest, I am only pretending.
Yeah. I did not inhale.
Exactly.
And then they asked Obama, did you inhale? He said, I thought that was the point. Don't do a different impression for Obama. That's my U.S. president impression.
Yes, the president impression.
Donald Trump. Biggly. Flanders.
That's also my Bernie Sanders
Go!
impression.
Domer, get off the internet. You're using all the bandwidth.
Is that for your Bernie Sanders?
Eat my shorts. That's my Bernie Sanders. The previous one was my Hillary.
Eat my shorts, America. Eat my shorts, capitalism.
No, I want a donut.
That's a really good Homer impression.
That was my Marge.
Oh.
What is your impression of how much The Simpsons use the internet?
Homer doesn't use it much. Lisa uses it almost not as
Constantly.
much as Homer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Bart's always on the net.
Oh, no way. Bart is sort of he's a spiritual animal, and he sort of goes off his gut.
Yeah.
So the Bart Simpsons of these world, just the pranks come to them autochthonously through themselves, whereas with the likes of Lisa.
But Bart's uploading to YouTube. He's uploading his pranks.
Oh yeah, I believe that to be
And
the
Marge
case.
is looking up Mum's net. She's looking up all the tips for raising your kids. She's,
Why is my daughter Maggie? Why is my daughter not talking?
and Maggie uses the internet more than anyone.
Oh, that's interesting. That does actually raise an interesting moral conundrum. Should babies be allowed to use the internet? And we will be talking exclusively about babies on the internet today.
It is baby's net.
It is Babies Net today. And
Yeah.
interesting segue because what are babies? What have babies just had?
A birthday.
Correct. And it is our birthday. It is our
It is.
8th episode birthday. This is a big thing in the podcast community. If you all know, your 8th episode is basically your birthday.
It's what we call the old 2.0.
1's a wish, 2's a kiss, 3's a feathered dove, 4's the best you'll ever have, 5's your only love, 6 is for your splendid day that you enjoy to have, 7's bad luck, get past it, and a birthday ye shall have. 8 is your birthday. That's a poem that I wrote just 3 minutes ago on the toilet
It's good.
while I was doing a bong. Yeah.
That's cool.
I pack my bongs with a special kind of weed, and it's actually the fun one.
Oh, yeah, the cool
Because there's
weed.
the fun one and there's the smart one. I do the
Yeah.
fun one because it makes me go loopy.
Mm-hmm.
And I can get out of this world and it's face tingles and someone will just fart,
Yeah,
Kevin James style, and I'll...
yeah. And you have a good, much like Kevin James. You have a very similar laugh to Kevin James.
That's bong noise or something. I don't... Ooh, acid road water bong.
The zookeeper. And that's how you laugh.
Yep, when you're on illegal drugs.
Yeah, you watch the zookeeper and you have a good smile.
Now, I don't do drugs for my birthday. I like to have a big pile of chocolate cake,
Mhm.
bought an old candle or two, and maybe open some socks up. A certain user on Yahoo Answers this week was at a loss
Mm-hmm.
when thinking about what to do on his or her birthday, and simply asked, "What do on your birthday? Today is my birthday, and I'm kind of confused. I don't know what to do!" Exclamation mark.
Obviously.
And there's some great answers. Top answer: create a Gmail account.
Oh,
A great birthday treat to yourself. Number 2, my wife tries to make it a big deal for me. I hate celebrating because it makes me a year older and closer to retirement and senior discounts. The worst. Number 3, hang around in fancy restaurants with my friends and never paid the bills.
did they order food?
Madness of tense there. Number 4, get drunk and trip on acid. Was this you, Adam? With a side order of weed. Oh, yes, it
Oh,
was.
boy. That guy's cool.
And number 5, happy birthday. Not an answer, but a nice positive
The sentiment's there.
spin. So I thought we could take this opportunity to celebrate our podcast birthday, episode 8.
Mm-hmm.
We never thought we'd get here.
No,
And I thought the first thing that we could do...
I thought we'd cap at episode 3, to be quite honest.
that
Because I
seems
think
optimistic.
once you've done something the best you could ever do, why do it again?
Mhm.
And I thought we'd really top ourselves and top the podcast off at number 3.
Mm.
But we've really not hit that plateau yet.
No.
Niles, when I graduated from Harvard University, the first thing I did was enroll at Oxford.
And then he was in Cheers.
He was.
So that's 3.
Then I went to a bar.
Then I was inflation.
That's 4.
Then I married Ross.
That's 6.
I think you went straight past 5.
Hmm? And then
Then I became the leader of the wine club.
that's 8. Happy birthday, Fraser.
Happy birthday, Fraser.
Niles! Wilma!
Fraser
He
loosely
calls all
based
of his
off
friends.
loosely based off of the great comedy character Fled Flintstone.
I think, well, I don't think it was really a loose base. I think it was more of an adaptation, like a live action adaptation of, because Frasier, Flintstones, the same.
Fraser. Meet the Fraser. He's a psychologist.
Yes.
Oh, yes, he is. When you're rocking with Niles.
Because Niles is Wilma.
Mhm.
Bulldog is Barney.
Yes.
His dad is Betty. And Roz is Dino.
Bam Bam is the character of the insane woman Bam Bam from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And
Pebbles, Eddie.
Pebbles is Eddie.
Mhm.
Couldn't have been an easier comparison to make.
No.
Not Dino or whatever he's called.
Dino. Well,
Right.
Dino's Roz.
Yeah.
Because I've always thought of Dino as Fred's producer.
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 My boy. I've always thought of him as Fred's producer.
Yeah. I mean, that's always the kind of vibe I got from Dino.
Mm.
He was always looking out for Fred. He was making sure his segments were on time.
He was always pointing at Fred.
Yeah.
And then Fred would go, "Oh, it's time for me to blow that klaxon and shout, ya bad, da do.
You bad, never do.
Ya bada do." Some old Yiddish advice. And speaking of old Yiddish advice, another website I came across this week while doing my birthday focused rounds, was just a handy little tool from Chabad.org
Mhm.
to work out my Jewish birthday.
Yeah.
Let me just see if this
Not the
link's
same
working.
as your
Well,
normal birthday?
I tell you what, I'll tell you what my Jewish birthday is, and you tell me if it's the same as my normal birthday, which you may or may not know. But do you know that
This
my
is
normal
real test.
birthday is ER18 5752,
Okay.
which is apparently my Jewish birthday.
Yar 18,
ER
57.
18 57 52.
And what does that mean?
I didn't bother to look into it.
Okay.
I thought it was enough that I'd looked it up.
I feel I should do a quick redaction for our Jewish listeners when I said that a Jewish birthday is not a normal birthday. That's not something I intended to say. That was a slip of the tongue. And forgive me for being so mashugana.
I guess that 5782 would just be 5752 would just be indicative of the fact that their calendar started a little earlier than ours. Maybe if they're using the Old Testament,
Yeah.
if they're using
AD. Well, no. BC.
OT,
Yeah.
the Old Testament timeline.
57 OT.
57 OT. OT.
And
In
then
the
there's
beginning.
there's nothing after Old Testament, really.
No, Old Testament They could have called it the Only Testament or just Testament. I don't
Yeah,
care.
but then they would have had a problem with the band.
What do you mean?
The band Testament. I feel like they've got rights.
Is that
Definitely over the Jewish faith.
Is that some sort of heavy rock reference that I wouldn't get?
Yeah.
I only know the only bands that I like are what they called Mildred and Patty Pierce,
Yeah.
the old women who owned the rights to Happy Birthday for years.
Uh-huh.
And
They're my only favorites.
I don't even think they wrote it, but they did own the copyright. And then
Mhm.
I think Michael Jackson bought it from the Beatles.
Yeah, and then he sung it in The Simpsons.
Of course.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
Bring it on back.
Lisa, it's your birthday.
And it wasn't actually Michael Jackson, it was David Koresh.
Yeah,
That's an interesting little factoid.
it is.
Do you think that Michael Jackson had a nice birthday before he died?
I would hope so.
Hmm.
I feel like he deserved it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you think Macaulay Culkin had a nice birthday? On his 8th birthday? When serial defiler Michael Jackson came into his room,
Well, he's not had...
apparently.
Yeah, that's not great.
It's not good, is it?
No. I was just thinking more that Michael Jackson's youth probably wasn't the greatest to have parties in because he was constantly worked by his father.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, in general, I don't think he had a particularly good time of things.
That's an interesting...
And I don't think he gave that to others either.
Do you think being able to moonwalk and sing really high excuses a good amount of childhood trauma?
No.
Okay. There you go.
Definitely not.
The riddle of MJ solved.
Yeah.
I guess nothing.
Dirty Diana, though. Good song.
And nothing's really black or white.
No.
You know, there's a lot of grey areas.
No, it doesn't matter.
Do you know just before he died, he left everything to Bubbles.
His
in
monkey.
His monkey, Bubbles.
Cool. Didn't he have
I
children?
leave everything to Bubbles.
And then he floated away.
as Michael Jackson was wont to do.
Yo. We can't talk about Michael Jackson. I'm so close to doing the impression.
Yeah, no, we
The
spent...
whole episode last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of that. Yeah, he's... What's up? Oh, well. Well, when in doubt,
Yeah.
walk away.
Walk away. Or leave everything to Bubbles and then float away.
So, getting away from Michael Jackson for an episode or maybe several episodes,
Hopefully.
how's your week been on the net, Adam?
It's been okay. You know, if we can get real, have been suffering from an addiction to technology.
Oh,
And I feel like I'm a slave to technology. So I've been looking at ways to break that cycle, and I have.
Yeah.
And I did it all in a week. So really,
Perfect.
who needs health professionals? Let's be honest.
Yeah. I side with the Scientologists on this one. Psychologists and that lot really are just vampires.
Yeah.
And if Dr. L. Ron Hubbard had one or two things to say that were accurate, that would be one of them.
And if I can get off the net as quick as in a week, anybody can. So you've no
Yeah.
excuse.
Having said that, we have repeatedly talked about how much we respect Dr. Fraser Crane, and of course, famously, I am counselling you in my character of the sailor, the old sea captain.
Ah, yes.
So
Skip.
I can't help but take it a little bit offensively when you want to deride psychologists and medical professionals such as myself.
Frasier doesn't count.
Fraser is fictional, but within reason.
Yeah.
There's some reality there. I don't completely believe that he's not real.
I've always been more of a Niles.
In denials.
Yeah.
I've always been into Niles.
You know, Niles was always, I think, the superior therapist.
Oh, that's very interesting because he was a Jungian,
He was, yeah.
whereas Fraser was more of the Freudian cast.
He was, yeah.
Have you ever read any Jung?
No, but I've listened to a lot of what Niles says, and I feel like it's the exact same.
When I was young, I read a lot of Freud.
That's a good joke.
I read that actually. I read that in one of my magazines, Psychology Today. I read.
Just one of my magazines. I thought you weren't going to specify.
I have a huge subscriber addiction.
Yeah.
Speaking of addiction, I read a huge number of magazines. I read Women's Own, I read
Mhm.
Men's Own, I read Boys Own magazine, about the band Boys Own. I read
Yeah.
Boys Own magazine.
Uh-huh. Which famously only boys can buy.
Yeah, but I read Girl Zone as well. I find ways around it.
Well, with the internet, anything's possible.
Yes, you can read them online,
Hmm.
and there's no way they can tell.
No.
Although I fear that we're getting towards an internet when they can. The internet at the moment is sort of a Wild West type area.
Yeah. Why? No, I can't think of anything that would fit that.
Something on
But
the
go
tip of
on.
my tongue. Yeah, it's a sort of a Wild West environment where, much like in the Wild West, everyone was invisible
Uh-huh.
and you couldn't tell who they were. But now, slowly, thanks to the government and various other things to which I am opposed, the internet is becoming a little bit boring, a little bit staid.
You can't be invisible on the net anymore, I think, is the big problem.
There it is. That's it in a nutshell.
I can't hide in a chat room anymore. I can't slink away into the net, and no one can, and it's good. It's good because it gets the people that you don't want hiding on the net out. But the people that just want to hide in the net, and that's all they want to do,
Yeah.
where are they supposed to go?
Asterix. I am outside of the Gryffindor common room. Close Asterix. Asterix. I put on my invisibility cloak. Close Asterix. Asterix. I walk into the Gryffindor common room and nobody can see me in my invisibility cloak. I go to the girls' dorm. Close Asterix. And that's just the beginning of one of the
Many.
Well, I suppose you'd call them short e-novels that I was writing on Harry Potter fan forums and chat rooms for years, and I can't do that now.
No.
I've been banned from every one of them.
Well, I love the anonymity in which you can post great fan fiction.
Meh.
And I mean, it's a great amount of it. You think of anything, you think of anything you can think of, and it's crossed over, and there's a great story behind it.
Oh yeah. I am Trilly Greyhawk, one of the main Ravenclaws, and nobody knows that I'm sneaking into it because there's more than one invisibility cloak. I don't have Harry's. I'm not even interested in what Harry's doing. I'm sneaking into the Gryffindor room, stealing cupcakes and fondant fancies, and I'm actually throwing coins, invisible coins, at people like Fred and Ron Weasley, and also Simba's here, the lion, my invisible lion from Lion King. He's king of the lions, and he eats Cedric Diggory, and Hermione kisses me right in my face. And that's just one of the great crossover fictions that I wrote.
One of the great crossover fictions of our time, I would say.
I was always a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I mean, Hufflepuff, through and through.
Yeah. I used to see you in the chat rooms, and I would just, Asterix, I push you into the wall, close Asterix.
Yeah. My username was I am the strongest Hufflepuff.
Mm-hmm. Love the misspelling.
Yeah, Hustle Hufflepuff. It was a real butter buster situation.
You had no backspace on your home computer.
No.
No mistakes, posty.
Well, I want it to be Gryffindor, but I typed Hufflepuff first. So
in retrospect, the H was a big mistake. But then after that, you just kind of had to go with it.
it really stuck. I was really stuck into a Hufflepuff,
Yeah.
which is also another one of my
One of the
famous
plots.
famous stories.
Basically, the plot of all your stories. In fact, the Luna Lovegood moment was one of your best ones.
Luna Lovegood moment.
They don't call her Luna Lovegood for nothing. You used to say repeatedly on the forums until you were banned,
Yeah.
without any expostulation as to why.
No. Well,
You used to just share that one picture of like a really crudely photoshopped picture of Ron Weasley with his dick out from the first movie. It was really bad.
yeah.
You're a real Slytherin.
You know what they say.
Well, you said it wasn't illegal because you used Harry Potter's dick from Equus when he was over legal age.
As it happens.
One of your worst moments, Adam.
It was a strange time.
Yeah, well, the internet does strange things to people.
Yeah.
Because that level of freedom, when you are invisible, Oscar Wilde said, give a man a mask and he'll show you his true nature. I say, give a man an invisibility, quote, what he said,
Yeah.
times 10.
Because you can't see any of it.
You can see people are in a mask,
Yeah.
you pull it off.
Yeah. You can't pull off an invisibility cloak.
I was never that impressed by, sort of Renaissance stories about masked balls, and there'd be a murder, and someone would be like, "Who killed him?" And hundreds of people would see it. Oh, we can't tell. He had a mask on in Venice,
Yeah.
but invariably the murderer was 8 foot tall, and there's only one 8 foot tall guy in Venice. People.
People.
People the giant.
Man. Yeah.
You don't need to see his face. Look at his legs. A giant.
Which was the conclusion to all of those.
Yeah.
I can't believe we never looked down.
Mm. Yes, which is also the end of the film Up.
Yeah.
And the beginning of the sequel.
And they looked directly at the camera. I can't believe
Adam
we
and
never
I both just looked at
looked
the whole
down.
camera there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a shame this what's it, podcast or radio broadcast, whatever you call it?
Radio broadcast.
Radio broadcast wasn't
Televised.
televised, and then we would be real superstars.
Mm-hmm. But, needs must.
Yeah, knees
Up.
lost.
Mother Brown.
Knees up, man, bro. That's a golden oldie. Speaking of birthdays,
It is.
how old's that song?
Probably older than I think anyone who's alive. So
Yeah.
we don't know.
Well, there's no way of telling. That's how history works.
Mhm.
Until the internet. The great thing about the internet was that until we had the internet, we couldn't bloody remember anything.
No. I didn't know about anything beyond my life.
We had a wonderful town hall back in Bishop Farms Gate. It was a wonderful town hall. Can't remember it.
Would have been.
And it's lost forever.
Yeah.
Because before the internet was around, late 70s,
Berners-Lee.
1870s,
Yep.
just everybody who was alive before then was just forgotten about. And the only thing that isn't not recorded is the Bible by Jesus.
Which has stood the test of time because it's on audiobook.
Mhm.
With Jeremy Irons doing it.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons' Bible.
You don't forget that voice in a hurry.
And my favorite part about it is the Bible's very difficult to read. But it's not very difficult to hear.
And I liked him in Brideshead Revisited. Which is a new book.
Well,
Really,
Yeah, as far as they go.
comparatively speaking. If we take the Jewish timeline, which goes back seemingly well over 5,000 years,
Well, 5,000 OT.
well, in that scope,
Hmm.
then the time since Brideshead Revisited was written, Evelyn was just a little speck on a very wide spectrum.
Yeah.
And I don't really read books. But if I did, I would probably read Guinness World Records.
Well, as you know, I famously can't read.
Yeah, unless
So-
it's on print. Unless it's on. You got Microsoft Sam to talk you through it.
Yeah.
Well, look where we found ourselves in a tricky situation, Harry, said Ron.
I can't spell the names properly.
Stayed irony.
Yeah, Microsoft Sam isn't the best.
Pass me the basilisk. Voldemort smiled.
It wasn't until I saw the movies that I found out how to pronounce Hermione's name.
Hermione.
Because for years I thought it was Hermione.
Hermione. Hermione. No. That's how Microsoft Sam says it famously.
Yep.
Hear me out. Rory. Rory. Hear me out, Rory.
And it was she is mentioned a lot in that book.
Oh, she definitely is. She's got the time web or whatever it's called that ruins the whole thing.
Hear me out, Rory's time web.
Hear me out, Rory Granger.
You got Granger fine.
Granger.
It was a slightly broken version of Microsoft Sam.
Welcome to Harry Potter and the Potter's Stone.
Just trying words.
Very mistaken. Seems to use a pretty bad translation.
Yeah.
Sort of out of English and then back into English.
Well, my Microsoft Sam can't really read either.
My wand's wet. Straight round.
Every couple pages. That was all honestly, until again I saw the movies, I thought that was the only things Ron ever said.
It's amazing how much
My
you
wand's
liked.
wet.
Amazing how much you like those books,
Yeah, no, I was a huge fan.
given how they were rendered to you initially. Rory said to Ran, "What's wrong, Ron? 10 points, Gryffindor,
Red Snape. I once wanted it.
Scred round.
It's reading in different parts. It's just reading random excerpts from the book.
And we all love Dobby, of course. Where would we be without Dobby?
Dobby the elf, famously.
Dobby the house elf.
Mhm.
Give me that sock. Free me.
It was the book that they wrote about Dobby.
Dobby, colon. Give me that sock. Colon.
Dobby's-
Harry Potter.
Dobby's colon. Give me that sock.
Oof, Dobby's killing. Ugh. Do you remember Dobby from Peep Show?
I do.
Just running through the lazy word association.
Yeah.
Not because we haven't prepared, but because this is what we decided we would do beforehand.
Yeah.
Going on. Do you remember Dobby from Peep Show?
Yeah. I do.
Who was your favourite of Mark's girlfriends in Peep Show?
The one with the crystal skulls that he smashes.
Wrong.
That was a good episode.
The only correct. Well, actually, she does have a blue BlackBerry booth. What is it called? BlackBerry.
Blackberry.
She's got BlackBerry, so she's a bit internet.
Mhm.
Dobby's very internet. She is IT.
Yeah, she is.
So the correct answer is actually Dobby.
It's the correct answer.
Sophie used internet, but not, famously.
No. Well, if we're talking British comedies about internet,
Yeah.
Then we can look no further
Hmm.
than the excellent Fresh Meat, because I'm sure they were all young and they all used the internet.
Oh my god.
Jack Whitehall says, "I've got a girl on the internet. She's on my telephone."
Oh, bad luck, old bean. I've just downloaded a virus.
Whoops.
Whoops. I've not seen the show. I can't speak to that, but
That's weird, because that is literally a scene from Fresh Meat.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He gets a virus.
Whoops, Gary Scottish friend, I've downloaded a donging virus on my phone.
Oh no, that's pure jobbies for you. I bet you're having a bollocks time, man.
I was trying to look up how to get a girl to sleep in your underwear, but I ended up downloading Trojans after Trojans after Trojans after Trojans.
I don't have a laptop. I just stood in a big dog jobby.
The
You
famous
do,
scene.
don't you? Whenever you're walking down the road, you're always standing in white dog jobbies. Where would you be without your wellies? You have jobbies, don't you?
Fresh Meat.
Fresh meat. All right. Here's a question. Which Peep Show character are you? And I found an online quiz
Okay.
to give a little structure to this
Okay.
simmering shit pile.
Give me the quiz.
Remember, doing things you hate is just the price you pay for avoiding loneliness. That's not part of it. I guess that's a quote from Peep Show. Okay, so first question. Pick a song.
Mm-hmm.
We're Never Getting Back Together by Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Fade to Black by Metallica.
Uh-huh.
You Will Never Walk Alone by Gary and the Pacemakers.
Uh-huh.
Papa Don't Preach by Madonna. Doctor by Orbital. Ocean's Drive by the Lighthouse Family. The Drugs Don't Work by The Verve. Ebenezer Scrooge by The Shaman. Or I Want to Hold Your Hand by The Beatles.
Taylor.
Oh, okay. Pick a drug. Oh, jeez. This quiz really was made for you.
That's cool.
Tobacco, cannabis, mushrooms, love, crack, paracetamol, alcohol, life, or tea.
It's got to be tea.
Pick a royal. Queen, Charles, William, Prince Beatrice, Prince Andrew, the Duchess of Cornwall, Prince Edward, Prince Harry, or Duchess of Cambridge.
It's just got to be the original, the number one queen.
Ah, she's on the coins for a reason.
Yep.
Pick a game.
Okay.
Not this one. Spin ball.
Peep Show quiz.
Spin the ball. Monopoly. Good luck. GTA, which stands for Grand Theft Auto. It's a video game.
Right.
Clued Up. Cluedo. Scrabble. Dungeons and Dragons. Football. Charades. Or Mario Kart.
It's got to be Mario Kart.
Yahoo!
Mad for Mario. That's what
There
they
we
always
go.
say about me.
There's 600 questions.
Okay.
Question number 4. Pick a writer. Nick Hornby.
Uh-huh.
Jeffrey Chancer.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Rowling.
Ooh.
John Nevin, E.L. James, Hunters Thompson, George R. R. Martin, William Shakespeare, or Dougie Adams.
Is there an option for J.K. Rowling as read by Microsoft Slam?
No, but we'll have to fill in. We'll say J.K. Rowling and see
Okay.
if there might be a comments box at the end, like with hotels.
Please read it by Microsoft Slam.
Okay, now don't get too boners here. Pick a sex position.
Whoa.
Missionary, doggy style. I don't mind as long as the lights are off. Haha. Reverse cowgirl. In a cupboard at work. Anything, providing it's illegal. Probably you.
Oh.
In a toilet, in a nightclub. All of the above. Very cool. I'll let you know when I have any.
Missionary.
Ah, old reliable.
As we always say, there's nothing better.
Pick a tiny animal. It's a little pig. It's a little rabbit. It's a little hedgehog. It's a little owl. It's a little hedgehog. It's a little llama. It's a little bear. It's a little owl. Or it's a little cat.
It's a little hedgehog, the second one.
Ah, okay. I may have misseen that. That is actually a rabbit.
Okay.
Pick a swear word. Oh, gee. This is such a cool quiz.
It's really good.
Twat, tosser, bollocks, shit, wanker, cunt, cockwomble, turkey fucker. You hate swearing.
You hate swearing.
Oh, correct.
We don't swear here.
And here we are. You got Big Suze.
Oh, it's Big Suze.
Always happy, always smiling, always in demand. You're destined for the bigger things. You just need to be careful not to fall back into your old ways. You made some questionable choices in your youth. You should probably leave them there.
Well,
You're Big Suze.
thanks.
That makes sense because you're a posh English woman that Jazz had sex with.
That's spot on. I've never had a more accurate quiz.
Do you remember that episode where we were led to believe that she might fancy Mark?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were going to museums? Hardly.
I love you, Big Suze.
Pathetic.
That episode of Peep Show didn't get a peep out of me.
No. Very funny.
Because I didn't think
No.
it was...
Wasn't realistic enough.
Yeah, it wasn't factual.
She works her way around the boys of the show. I'll say that for Big Suze. She gets with Mark. She gets with Jez. She gets with Johnson. I think one episode she gets with Jeff.
I think she does.
And with all these, men in her life, I'm thinking, when does Big Suze have time for herself?
Does she?
Yeah. She
You
needs
know,
a big snooze.
We
more
never
like.
see her unfiltered through, not filtered through the eyes of Mark and Jez,
Yeah.
as is famous to the show. So I feel like there should be a Peep Show where we ditch the corny, it's seeing out their eyes,
Yeah.
and we just see them as they are.
Can we go back, remake all of Peep Show with them as they are now, as adults? Get rid of all the swearing. Get rid of all the drug references.
Yeah.
Make it more of a sort of a sketch comedy. It's more Mitchell and Webb, less the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sort of sideways but BBC Two friendly satire of contemporary British living. And a little quirky. And can we make it on BBC Two, please?
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Channel 4 is just too blue.
Channel 4's the floor.
Yeah.
BBC 2's the second floor.
It's the second floor. BBC One is famously the top floor.
Yeah, because it's number one, as in the top. ITV, basement for me.
ITV, it's the basement for me.
Did your chemistry teacher ever teach you Fe3 blood for tea? Because of the test you do with a certain kind of iron, I think.
No, I never learned chemistry.
Or whatever it is. Is Fe iron?
Yes.
Okay. Lead is PB. Bum bum. Very funny. They don't write them like that anymore.
They really don't. The periodic table was probably the first great joke.
One of your great party tricks, Adam Posty, is that you do that guy's song where he sings all the elements.
I do, yeah. I know it off by heart.
And I'd just love Tom something. And I'd love to hear you do the whole thing. And I'll do the bit at the end when he says, "Discovered Harvard."
It's lithium and iron and bosium and barnium, fredium and barnium and willium and darmium. Iron, metal, tin and rust. Iron. No.
More tuneful. Do more of a tune.
Symposium and borium and arium and carnium, and the The final fifth one that you see is tin. Gold. Fool's gold.
Oh.
That's pyrite.
Yes, and the chemical symbol for fool's gold is gotcha.
Yeah.
GOTCH capital A.
Capital A.
Gotcha.
And BR is one.
Brainium.
Brainium.
Named after a smart scientist. Yeah, you got them all. That was great. That was really
I
impressive.
assume that's all of them.
I didn't do the end bit because I got shy of doing my Boston accent.
That's fair.
There's rondium and relium and ralium and rallium.
And rallium and rondium and rollium and brolium.
Yeah, I thought you'd finished it. There was 8 more to do, wasn't there? The extra
Wood.
extended cut. Wood's another element. The internet is held together by wood,
Mhm.
tin, and rondium.
Yeah. Rondium, the greatest element.
Rondium is the connective tissue that holds our net together, and that's an original Tim Berners-Lee quote.
And what's the element that Alex Mack turns into when she dissolves into goo?
Coolium.
There we go.
That's a great reference to one of my all-time favorite Macs.
One
I
of the
like
best
Apple
Macs.
Macs. I like
Alex Mack.
Alex Mac. I like Big Mac.
Yeah.
When I go to McDonald's, make a Big Mac. That's one of my quotes.
It's something you say all the time.
I got Burger King, make it a Big Mac.
I like Apple Mac, Alex Mack. But don't catch me without a Big Mac.
I've always got a Big Mac in my hood. And it always tastes great and always tastes good. I'm eating them all the time, and that's very smart. This is where the rap's about to start. I like Big Macs. They have lettuce. Please enjoy for me to lettuce. I'm always trying to eat more of them, even when I need to go on a diet.
That's my favorite part of the rap.
I know. You always stick your thumbs up when I do that part. Both of them. I sort of cheech to my charm.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chongs. Speaking of weed.
Speaking of weed.
Speaking of smoking joints.
Yeah.
I've never surfed the internet on a drug, unless you count coffee as a drug, in which case don't even speak to me in the morning until I've had my drug.
Well, I count tea as a drug, as we just discovered from Peep Show. So don't even speak to me until I've had my tea.
Yeah. Don't even say a toffee until I've had a chance to have my coffee.
Which we will be selling on mugs. Coffee mugs.
And t-shirts.
And coffee t-shirts.
We're only doing XXXL.
Yeah.
That was a deal we got with our t-shirt guy. He said, hey, I'll do you a line of t-shirts, but only if it's the size that you both are. Triple XL.
We are both famously enormous.
Together they call us two Rotundas.
Two Rotundas.
That's our barbershop quartet. But, there's only 2 of us. That should give you an idea of how big we are.
When we sit around the house.
Yeah.
We sit around the house.
Chocolate bar.
Twix!
And that's two Rotundas going on tour this summer from China all the way back to Japan.
All the way back. That's the name of the tour.
Yeah.
All the way back to Japan.
All the way back to Japan.
Twix.
I'm big in Japan.
Twix.
Have you ever heard that song, I'm Big in Japan?
Oh, Big in Japan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
I don't know who it's by. Sounds like Clapton, but it ain't.
No.
Late lunch. That's what I sing whenever I'm at work and I
Yeah.
have to have a meeting during the time I'd usually eat.
Well, we're the two Rotundas. All of our songs are parodies of
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton songs, but about food.
Yeah, so instead of cocaine, we do Coke can.
Yeah.
Because
Coke can.
drink is a food.
Yeah.
Cocaine
It's
and raisin bran. Which is a really good parody.
yeah.
That's just one of them. You give us another.
Beers in Heaven,
Beers in Heaven.
which people said is bad taste, but
We just
the beers taste pretty good to me.
hey, there's no such thing as bad taste when it comes to beers.
Yeah.
We just say the band name Cream
Yeah.
because that is already food.
And we eat a lot of cream on stage.
And instead of white rum, we do white cream.
Just white cream.
And instead of Tales of Brave Ulysses, We do eating lots of chocolate.
Yeah. Crossroads is
Cockroach.
food. Loads.
In the white cream with black chocolate by the station.
So come and see two Rotundas.
The only Eric Clapton food parody band touring Japan and China this summer.
Yeah, and it's a cappella.
Eat a munch, listen a bunch. That's what the t-shirts say, baby.
That's all of our t-shirts.
You're buying our t-shirts. That's what your t-shirt's gonna say.
Yeah, and on the back it says, "Don't touch my toffee until I've had my coffee."
And my socks say "Grab a bite, toffee delight," but those are not for sale.
I made those myself, and they are completely not for sale.
I have not taken them off for nearly 3 years now, and they are pretty gross. But you don't have them. They're mine.
Legally, we're probably not allowed to sell them.
Yeah, they're radioactive waste at this point. They used to be silica, now they are pure rondium. And it actually helps me log on at my internet much faster to have these disgusting socks on.
That's true.
My Wi-Fi speed is sort of unbelievable. It's the kind of thing that NASA dreams of, and they're putting rockets in space.
That's a good. Did they ever make a Borat joke about that?
Nope.
Hmm.
I don't think Borat was a documentary, so it wasn't really their area.
You can make a joke about is hidden my Wi-Fi.
I got it's Donald's penis. Donald Duck's penis. I come from Kazakhstan. I am going to smoke in the bank. Beyonce knows. Gold member #1.
That's a really good Borat
My
impression.
wife. My Wi-Fi. Logging on.
Borat is Dutch.
Borat is Dutch.
If you could be Fat Bastard's best friend, would you?
Yeah, because he seems like an alright guy.
Yeah, you do a great Fat Bastard impression. I'd love to hear it. Can I interview you as Fat Bastard?
If you'd like.
Mr. Bastard, what's your favourite website?
I like the one with the toffee creams. A bit more
You seen anyone at the moment?
I'm Mike Miles in a big fat suit. Oh, I'm hoping I can see my own Willie soon.
Yep. There it is.
Good interview.
Really good interview. Really. Classic Mike Miles. Excellent stuff. Well, no further questions, you bastard.
He's died.
Oh no. What killed him? Austin Powers.
Yeah, Austin Powers kills him.
Austin
I think
Powers put one of those dick things on his dick and pumped it up.
in the Spy Who Shagged Me.
Hmm.
He kills Fat Bastard.
Did James Bond ever have the internet? Have we talked about this yet?
I'm pretty sure Q gave him the net. Like he was one of the early adopters.
Mm. He never used it though.
No,
If I wanted to ask Jeeves, I'd find him myself. And
I'd go and find my bottle of myself.
that's great,
Famous James Bond.
Yeah, great Roger Moore.
Shut it up, Q. Shut it up.
If I wanted a car that drove itself, I'd buy a driverless car in the future. What?
What? Famously mad James Bond.
Mad, stupid James Bond who can't come up with quips.
No.
Mr. Bond, I think you will find my laser will cut right
Fuck
through
you. Shut up. Famous James Bond quote.
Rude.
Yeah. One of my favourite websites this week has been, well, I'll say it, BBC.
Hmm.
It's just a normal website. It's probably one of the most vanilla websites on the web. It's where I go for my news, sports, entertainment, tech, business, politics, Scottish news, Welsh news, Irish news, youth culture, games.
I
BBC
can never
Bite
read
Size.
the Welsh news because it's written in a different language.
Yeah, it's written in Wales. Clagany Golith, Whack Whack, Quantum. And I just told you to log on and log up in Wales.
And that's the front page of the BBC.
Yes, they do not update the Welsh page. It is just a sort of weirdly cyclical message encouraging people to log on and log up to Wales, but there's no content.
No.
Well, you reap what you sow.
La qualic technical.
What's new, pussycat? Uh-oh.
Tom Jones.
Tom J. Owens.
The world's-
And of course, everything's come full circle. So we got Wales, James Bond, Tom Jones, internet. We're hitting all the biggies.
Mm-hmm. And that's the BBC for you.
Will we ever have a Welsh James Bond?
I doubt it.
I certainly hope not. He wouldn't be suave enough. The Welsh
No.
are a simple people. Whack na claiming.
For all of our listeners in Wales, we mean no offence with these jests and a to you two.
Seriously though, I don't want to make fun of Wales too much because actually my uncle Tommy's from Wales, and Hanach Creek Croft to you, Tommy, and Creek Clack to your wife, Crethin.
Crethin. Please say hello to your two wonderful children, Blodwyn and Blacknur.
Yeah, they're Danish.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were raised in Daneland, where they make butter.
they do make butter.
Now, what I'd like to do next is just go through a list of countries, and Adam and I are just gonna. Well, Adam will just go through these super quick because he's very knowledgeable on this,
Mhm.
and he's just gonna let us know, for our listeners' benefit, do they have internet?
Okay.
England,
Yes.
Scotland,
Yes.
Wales,
No.
Denmark,
Yes.
Ireland,
Yes.
the Welsh,
No.
Italy,
No.
Spain,
Yes.
Tootsmanland,
Yes, but
the Kremlin,
the Kremlin does not get internet. Russia gets internet, but the Kremlin famously is a black spot.
New Zealand,
Yes.
Old Zealand,
No.
Australia,
Half of it.
Las Vegas,
Yes.
the Vegas.
Yes.
Okay, Canada,
Yes.
Old Man's Land,
No.
Fentonburg,
No.
Bright Island.
Bright Island wanted internet.
Oh, Antarctica.
Yes.
Antarctica.
Yes.
The Antarctica.
Yes.
Okay, Dutch.
Yes.
Belge.
Yep.
France.
Yep.
And finally, do the moon get the internet?
Do the moon get the internet? The moon do.
Oh, excellent. That's good for Buzz.
Yeah. Buzz Aldrin trapped on the moon, as we all know.
Yeah. Buzz Aldrin.
Whoops.
I haven't been able to download any new ringers on my polyphonic, so you might as well call me Buzz Oldring.
I was the first man on the moon, and I'll be the last man on the moon, goddammit.
Factually inaccurate, but if you know what, no one's up there arguing with him.
No one's gonna come up here and argue with me.
He can think of what he likes. It's just him and the ghost of that Russian
Mars.
guy. The ghost of Mars, the god of war Mars,
Yeah.
died and went to the moon.
And the Ghosts of Mars, famous movie.
Have the papers arrived yet, Faulty?
Said Mars.
Yeah.
Faulty Town Mars.
Old faulty town Mars.
Ugh. What? Okay, we're colonizing another planet.
Mm-hmm.
We need the internet. We know that now because we couldn't do Visa or MasterCard or Switch without the internet.
Yeah.
Which planet do we go to, Adam?
Venus.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll give you a clue, but you didn't even need it. The clue was gonna be, "I've got it, yeah, baby, I've got it."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it is Venus.
It's Venus.
Yeah.
And it's the planet we've all been really shooting for. Mars is just a stopgap to get to Venus. And once we get to Venus, we stop.
Yeah.
Everybody
Ve-
knows that.
Venus is the end point.
Yeah.
Men are from Mars and women are from Venus. Rip up your skirt and show me your penis. Is an old rhyme, but I don't regret having remembered.
It's an old adage, which is true to this day, I think.
The old Geoffrey Chancer from the Canterbury Tales. Oh, well, I was in Durham this weekend
Uh-huh.
in England, and the internet was just as quick as it is here in Scotland.
That's good to know.
And that's all of the facts about Durham that I have that relate to this podcast that I can share. I have many anecdotes, but none of them relevant.
Well, save them for Durhamcast.
Yeah, Adam and I are starting a new podcast. Really, Adam's more of an engineer. It's going to be kind of a long monologue type thing.
Yeah.
Where I'll be telling stories from Durham. I'd like to just give people a small sample just to encourage them to go check it out.
Yeah.
I remember looking up at the hotel and thinking, that's a long way away. and you get that on bridges if you're tired enough.
Yeah.
That's it. Obviously, in the real podcast, Adam wouldn't interject like that, but I'll let
No.
it slide because this is a different.
I wouldn't have
podcast.
a microphone.
No, even though this is your house, and I'll be using it, and I'll be staying over because it's gonna be probably 16 hours an episode. I'll just record kind of continuously thoughts about Durham.
That's fair.
Do you even have a website, Adam?
No.
I don't know.
But you can check out Durhamcast, and it's going to be really high energy.
Yeah.
And there's just going to be a lot of really great stuff, and you'll come away going, oh boy, I wish I could go to Durham. And if you're from Durham, you'll be saying, oh boy, thank God I'm Durham, hey.
And it's not to be confused with Durhamcast, which is
No.
my Pirates of the Caribbean tribute podcast, which I do with Johnny Depp every week. Durhamcast will involve me interviewing Johnny Depp about Orlando Bloom, Keira Knightley, stories
the
from
rum.
the set, and where's the rum gone? Which is obviously one of the great memories in everyone's movies.
Yeah,
One of the great movies moments of all time.
probably.
Movies are not online, but I think the later Pirates of the Caribbean movies were just online, which
Yeah.
is indicative of their quality.
Exactly. It's Citizen Kane, you know, it's Rosebud, it's
Other elements of Citizen Kane.
Durham is the next most famous line, I
Yeah.
think. You know,
Oh yeah.
when I can think of what are the greatest lines in cinema, where is Durham gone, is probably,
Oh, me old apples and pears, I'm knackered.
oh, get me on that pirate boat. Oh, it's Johnny Depp here.
Hello, Johnny Depp here, encouraging absolutely everyone who's watching my movie to go out and buy popcorn and a hot dog and maybe a large cola and come back in the cinema. You won't have missed much. That's my promise to you.
That's my favourite line. That's in Donnie Brasco.
Johnny Brasco 4. Brasco go home.
Brasco, go home.
Where he plays, weirdly, his character from Pirates of the Caribbean, whose name escapes me. Dr. Jack Capone or something. I forget.
It's Dr. Jack Capone.
Excellent. Congratulations on getting your PhD, Dr. Capone.
Good morning, it's Mr. Me, Dr. Jack Capone, encouraging you all to buy another ticket to this film in the next showing.
Hello, Jack here. If you are thinking that you are not going to be hungry, please go out and buy E-number filled horrid snacks and rot your teeth. Then I'll go on a date with you. Bye.
Won't you go and try the pick and mix? It's just outside, right on your left, and someone will help you put it in a bag if your hands are too small.
Welcome to the Odeon. Everyone here is helping you out, and you are going to enjoy the movies. And I promise you this much. All my movies are going to be great, even Hell's Gate, which a lot of people thought was a bit on the nose. I promise, sir.
He really starts phoning it in towards the end of Brasco Go Home.
Yes, well, they'd run out of lines, so it was all improv, like Curb.
Yeah.
I just found this great. You know, we've been talking about this was supposed to be our happy birthday episode. That fell on its ass, and it's become really our movie special.
Movie cast.
So what I found is the 250 greatest movie lines,
Mhm.
and I now intend to read them all.
Okay.
And it is on the internet, so it's fine. It's kosher. Get comfortable. Okay. Number 100. I'll skip. I'm the king of the world.
Titanic.
Correct. Oh, we can do it like a quiz.
Yeah.
So far, you got 1 out of 100,
Okay.
but 100% also. So don't feel bad. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Wizard of Oz.
Correct. 2 out of 100. How long? How long have we been recording for?
An hour.
Oh, we've got another hour.
Yeah.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Dirty Dancing.
Correct. And the year? Bonus point.
1987.
Incredible. Correct.
Yes.
Very impressive dance knowledge. My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. My sister thanks you. And my mother thanks you.
Dargan's Heroes.
No. And
Ah.
the year?
94.
Snap out of it. It seems like it could be in quite a few films.
Yeah. Like, that's too vague.
Correct. It was from the 1961 film. That's too vague. Okay, I'll give you 2 more. I feel the need for speed.
Death Race.
Top Gun.
Aw.
Carpe diem. Seize the day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary.
Cool Runnings.
Dead Poet Society. Maybe
Aw.
10 more. Who's on first? I always thought that was a joke
Yeah.
rather than a
It's a
film.
joke.
No, it's not. It's a film called The Naughty 90s. A martini. Shaken. Not stirred.
It's our old friend James Featherweight Bond.
Excellent. Yes, and I'll tell you what, I'll just give you the top 3. You should know all of these, and I'll do these with a kind of, I'll do these in the normal voice that we do.
Okay.
My voice.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody instead of a bum, which is what I am.
Rocky 4.
No, it's Rocky 3 on the waterfront
Oh,
from
darn.
1954, starring a 1-year-old Sly Stallone. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
It's the
I'm gonna make him an offer.
he can't refuse.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
It's the Bin Man.
Yeah.
No, the Godfather.
No, it's The Recycler
Oh.
2 with Cody Banks, Agent Cody Banks, The Recycler 2, and frankly, Adam, I don't give a damn.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Because Hitler says it. I'm pretty sure.
Correct. It is correct. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Correct.
Yeah.
I feel like we've covered quite a lot in this episode. So
It's a real Gone with the Wind is a real Casablanca, as I always say.
It's a sort of Casablanca style film.
Yeah.
Along with
Singing in the Rain.
Singing in the Rain. And probably
Roses supposes erroneously.
oh, that's smart.
uh,
That's like something from the Harvard Review or something.
A nose is a nose.
What's the smartest sentence you can think of that you haven't gotten off the internet this week?
It's got to be. We are all just particles floating in a madman's tube, which my good friend said to me while we were driving at night.
We're all just bugs in a giant ant cage, and you're much bigger than all the other bugs. In fact, you're the size of a man.
It's a bug's life.
Why is it that everything profound is just a description of how small we are?
Yeah, it's true.
That's not really
There are
that big of
thousands
a
of
deal.
stars and there are hundreds of planets, and you're only on one. Grow up. Neil
There's-
deGrasse Tyson.
800,000 elephants still alive, and you think you matter, Dumbo? Get real.
A quote from the famous movie Dumbo.
Jumbo.
Yeah.
Jambalaya.
And then the birds sing to him.
Do they?
Yeah.
Birds sing?
never seen an elephant fly. You don't matter, Dumbo. You're never gonna fly home.
Hey, you're pretty dumb for an elephant.
You're pretty Dumbo.
You're gonna fly with your ears? Pretty dumb.
It's, don't know. Sly Stallone.
Probably.
Yeah, what's happened here is that Adam and I smoked a huge amount of terrestrial weed, aka split leaf, aka rodum. And we went so high up in the clouds and the stars. And at the start of this podcast, I felt like I was actually floating with stars.
Yeah.
And now I've come right back to Earth.
Well, I mean, that's why we sort of humble ourselves with the Neil deGrasse Tyson quotes or the Carl quotes. To say, you're not that important, you're not that special, you can fly in the stars, but you'll always fall on the ground.
If I was him, I'd have changed my first name to Smoke years ago.
Smoke deGrasse Tyson.
Which is also my advice to a certain famous boxer named Mike.
Smoke deGrasse.
Man, Mike's pretty crazy these days. Yeah, just smoke the grass, Tyson. Have you seen the size of these stars? Too big.
They're way too
There's
big.
too many of them.
That's all I took away from Cosmos.
With Smoke DeGrasse Tyson.
Old Smoke DeGrasse Tyson and his crystal ship.
If I was trying to conceptualize how big the universe is and how small I am, think of a house with many rooms, and your room is just one of the rooms.
Yeah, so you're in a mansion.
Say you're in a mid-size sort of upmarket hotel,
Uh-huh.
and there's the lifts, there's the kitchen, there's the not a living room as such, but a sort of guests meeting area,
Quarters.
guest quarters. There's reception, and then there's all the other guests, and then you're just one person,
And times that by 1 billion.
and
And
and one.
just for a little spin on it, the hotel's haunted.
Oh God.
We've got a winner on our hands. We got a movie called Johnny Depp, so we can tell everybody to go out and get the popcorn. for the movie.
Hi, Johnny here. Hope you're enjoying the movie. I would really encourage you to go out and buy a large Sprite. We do bumper editions, Super XL Sprites, and these are delicious. You're going to get thirsty. So why not go out now and buy yourself a delicious thirst-quenching Sprite?
Help, I'm in 1 billion rooms of a haunted hotel. It's 4.5 hours long. Please go out and get yourself a drink. You won't be glad that you didn't.
The world is unthinkably large, but my appetite is also unthinkably large. So why not go out and grab one of our combo deals, which will give you 2 large wieners and some popcorn inside your wieners, and not to forget a large Sprite.
Large Sprite.
With Sprites like these, who needs universe? That's what Johnny always says.
Credits roll.
Well, thank you for coming to see Agent Cody Banks. I'm Johnny Depp, star of The Pirates of the Caribbean.
And Agent Cody Banks.
He's bumped Malcolm in the Middle off the top bill. Times have been rough for Johnny ever since he beat his wife to a pulp and then didn't apologise.
Yeah,
Piece of shit.
it's not been great for him.
Fucking asshole.
Worthfully, it's not been great for him.
Yeah, I know
Worthfully
she's
isn't the
shacking up
worst,
with
but-
Elon Musk. Yes, it is. And now she's shacking up with Elon Musk, and he's going to invent the bloody laser car or something.
Yeah, Elon Musk doesn't need to sell popcorn to teens and tweens to keep his career going. Elon Musk is inventing the laser car.
He's our Nikola Tesla. I will say that until my throat is red raw with blood.
We talk a lot about Musk on this cast
Yeah.
because he's a must-see individual. He's a must-see celebrity.
This next film is a must-have, and I must encourage you to go out and get a popcorn, probably 2 wieners, 3 wieners, 4 wieners, a pick and mix, 2 large Sprites, come back into the cinema, make a mess, talk out loud, go on your phone, because that's the level of entertainment that you're getting from my films.
Please remember, if you do have a small child, please change their nappy in the cinema and make sure it's as stinky as possible. This is Johnny Depp telling you to go out and just buy a whole bucket full of nachos, a big tub of popcorn as big as your head, We've got popcorn as big as your head. Please change your baby's nappies responsibly. This is Johnny Depp signing off.
Hi, it's me, Johnny Depp, and I've managed to stand outside of my beloved club, the Whiskey Rooms in Los Angeles, for 5 minutes, just long enough to get out and encourage each and every one of you to act badly in cinemas and to enjoy my terrible films, which are just mulch for people who have idiot brains. And I encourage each and every one of you to be an idiot brain mulch mind and eat wieners and come and cut a hole in the popcorn and put your dick through it and then have whatever sort of supposedly satisfactory sexual experience that's going to be. And I'll do it. It'll be my dick. It'll be my dick.
Please act as sordidly as possible in the cinema. I want to see bareback fucking in the roads. And I want to see all of you having a great big goddamn orgy to all of my movies, such as Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Please change your baby's nappies and please fuck in the rows.
If somebody's being nice, if there's a film critic in, or if somebody's just trying to enjoy the film, super glue popcorn to a wiener and shove it against their head until they are having a rotten time, and throw Sprite at them and call them names like Booger. And you must be a mulch mind to be in this cinema right now, and that's why I love you. I'm Johnny Depp. Buy my perfume, which is called Man.
Oh man, come and buy my perfume.
My popcorn makes my perfume. I squeeze the rot from the brains of the people who enjoy my films into a fine paste, and then I liquidize it in a blender, and that's my perfume. You rotten crip.
You rotten.
He's famously a blood.
Yes, yeah, it always is.
I wear my handkerchief on the left-hand side
Buy a Sprite.
Remember to initiate gang warfare when you leave the cinema.
I'm coming for you, Snoop Dogg. Oh no, I've stepped on my glasses and I've spilled on my wine, my red wine that I like.
We're going very, very close to
Frank Spencer.
yeah, to Frank Spencer territory.
Betty.
Oh, it's me, old Johnny Depp himself.
Into Depp. Well, that was fun. A fun deviation.
Yeah,
Who will we spend half an hour talking about on next week's episode, I wonder?
maybe Johnny Depp again.
Maybe Johnny. It is fun to do.
Yeah.
That's a particularly rich vein. Just to imagine how rude he is in the cinema.
What?
What?
What are you looking at, you bloody bastard? I'm just trying to enjoy my movie picture. Come on.
Johnny Depp in London at the premiere of Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Betty.
All aboard on the pirate's captain's boat.
He's just talking over the whole. He's not even in it anymore.
This was my favourite scene of them all.
Oh, heavy about them. I bet you wish you could have kissed Keira Knightley like I got to in the Pirates one. But you're never gonna get to kiss her. You got to buy a Sprite if you want to kiss Keira Knightley, you rotten Spaniard bastard. I'm going to go back to my nightclub. I've got a rum and coke on ice.
Although these are still his adverts, this is how much he's devolved.
Oh yeah, this is
You
him.
want to have a Sprite, you got to kiss Keira Knightley in the mouth.
I don't know why they call them trailers when they come before the movies. Ooh, dry.
Try.
Ooh, Troy.
He's talking about Brad Pitt
Yeah.
from the movie Troy.
Oh, Troy. I wish I'd had the career that you'd had. Angelina Jolie seems like a nice woman.
He's just very, very sad.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh no! I wish I could have a Sprite.
He's South African.
Hello, it's me, Johnny Depp, and I come from Johannesburg, where one of my favourite things to do when I'm enjoying a movie is to get a nice Coke and a nice Sprite and mix them together, and I call them the Johnny Special.
was that your South African accent?
No, it's my Johnny Depp accent. I spilled Coke on my chinos.
Won't you come and see my favourite movie, the Ram Diaries?
I bet I can wash out the Coke with Sprite. Because they undo each other.
He's really dropped down. He's really just lost whatever magic he had.
Coming to watch your Pirates of the Crib. Oh
Won't
no.
you come and see my Pirates of the Caribbean?
Oh, Johnny. What went wrong with Johnny Depp?
I've changed my name to Johnny Little.
He's just really gone off the deep end.
He's weird now.
Won't you come and have a little Sprite at my cinema? It's just me, Johnny Little.
My dad's a butcher.
As he always says in his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever character he's playing, halfway through, he'll look at the screen and go,
Yeah.
"All right, it's me, Johnny Depp. My dad's a butcher."
And he's actually always been like this, which is so weird that no one noticed. 'Cause he
Yeah.
was so handsome earlier on. Everyone
Yeah.
was just caught up on his cheekbones. They couldn't notice how much of an insane South African he was.
Yeah, it was in one of his first movies, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, I'd be sucked into bed. Look, my dad's a butcher.
I remember the moment where he transformed into Edward Scissorhands.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I hope I don't hurt you by cutting.
Oh, my dad's a butcher, you bloody bitch. Why don't you get back from me? I got to put some Sprite and some Coke, and that makes it into my special drink. Winona Ryder, oh, I wish I could put you in my car and drive so fast.
This is getting so much stranger.
Stranger Things, not a writer. And close the loop.
We're done.
Alright. Let's get on.
And Johnny Depp. Oh, have you had enough Sprite to keep you going all night?
He has an IMDb rating of 10. He's perfect.
As a human.
Perfect movie star, Johnny Depp. And he likes to read books, which is very, very smart.
Yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson and
Yeah.
Ginsberg. He's read them all. Those two.
Those two. That's it.
Adam, we've been talking like two idiots, so it's time we probably wrap it up.
Probably. We're sitting at about 77 minutes.
That'll do it.
So if
Feature
you
length.
if you were at this point still listening, and if you listened past the slow devolution of Johnny Depp's voice, I just want to say thank you so much. And why don't you go out and get yourself a nice little Sprite?
You've earned it.
You
God
really
knows
have.
you've earned it if you've listened to this.
God knows you've earned this Sprite.
This cock-filled popcorn bag that we've just provided from an audio perspective. So, Adam, in conclusion, how was your net this week?
My net this week has been, as I said, I was heavily addicted, but then I wasn't. So, A+.
Excellent. Well, you solved your bugaboos.
Yeah.
And you put it behind you.
Mhm.
For me, it's going to be A+.
Okay.
I broke my laptop. I spilled water on my laptop when I dropped it in a pool.
Yeah.
So, of water. And I just used my phone to get online, which is actually something you can do. Phones are internet now.
Which I never knew.
Yeah.
I've been carrying around a hulking great laptop with me since I was 2.
Mm-hmm. To do calls, which is very
Yeah.
impressive for a 2-year-old to know.
Mm-hmm. It's very warm against my face.
You do have some quite severe burns on the left-hand side of your face where you've been making calls with your laptop, which has the battery exposed, which seems like a rather odd choice.
It's very sore to hold.
But you know what? It actually makes you look distinguished.
Good.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And stay dry.
Yeah. It's a wet one out there. Bye.
Bye.